when you ask a question, please let us know from which media company you're coming from. Thank you.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Gleeson for Backpage Media. You've been very consistent with your goalkeeper choices throughout the past year. Is that because you're very happy with what you've seen from the three, or is there nobody else who you really think has the potential to replace any of the three goalkeepers in the squad?
I think for the moment I don't want to replace goalkeepers. We are good with them, but I also know that when you look at the age of the goalkeepers, that little by little we have to look for younger guys. We will do that later. Again, AFCON is so important that we can't make big changes now. I want to keep the group together that qualified for AFCON and also for World Cup, and we will see in the next months, already maybe in March, that they will try to call some other goalkeepers and to see what we will do with them in the future. Because after the World Cup, I think we have really start thinking about replacing, because there are goalkeepers who are over 30. So if you want in 2 years or now in 3 years to qualify for another AFCON and for another World Cup, I think we have to start thinking about some other goalkeepers. That's true. But for the moment, I don't want to think about it. If nothing happens, that will be the goalkeepers also for the World Cup.
Sorry.
Thank you. So, thank you.
Just shout.
Michael Gqeberha from Far Post. Coach, you have been an advocate of South African players to play at the highest level, you know. And then yesterday I was watching Themba against Barcelona, though he didn't play. A player exposed to such level, what could be the reason why you didn't select him?
Who?
Themba.
Campbell? No. Yes, I think it's a little bit the same what I told about the goalkeeper. So it's not the moment now to call those players. We are preparing AFCON. Chandre is with that selection of 45, 50 players. He's in there, like other players. But I think just before a big tournament like AFCON starting, changing things, I think it's not a good idea. Chandre is still there. I'm still watching him. I was a little bit angry what happened with him because he couldn't go to the World Cup for under 20. Broos told that they will give him chances. Well, when you see how much chances he gets, it was nothing or nearly nothing. So I'm a little bit disappointed on that. But again, we now, for us, the most important thing, and we focus everything on AFCON, and that will also be something for later. Again, we have to look at the future. And maybe we can introduce some players in March already, not maybe to go to the World Cup, but already to introduce them a little bit in the team of Bafana Bafana and after the World Cup. But maybe that will not be me anymore. But then for the guy who's coming next after me, he will already know that those guys maybe can be the next Bafana Bafana players.
Shabalala from Sports Coach, one of the young
yeah, but suddenly there is sound.
Oh no.
Okay, it's okay. No.
All right, Coach. One of the players that you called in and gave him a taste of the national team was Shabalala, but he's not here on this camp after even having such beautiful performances for Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. Was it a technical matter, or you wanting to see other
No,
players?
that's why I said already. This is the moment that he can try or introduce some other players, and Thembinkosi is very make very good performances in Pirates. So I think I had to call him and see how he's behaving himself on training and in the group and whatever, and that's why Shabalala is not there. It's not a question of he's not playing good or I don't want him anymore. No, but again, yeah, it's the last moment or the last game I can do such things, and this is the only reason that I just wanted to see Thembinkosi in the team and see how he's behaving himself. If he has already the level of Bafana Bafana, they don't have to search other reasons after that.
Good morning, Coach Nsako from my friend. I've already answered my question just on Masindi and Tangela, but also Gqeberha Makhalwa. I think a few questions were asked about why you weren't picking him earlier. Do you think now's the right time for him?
You know, when you're playing qualifiers, you can't start to do experiments. Sorry. This is too dangerous. So now it's a friendly game. Okay, we want to win it. I don't want to lose against Zambia, certainly not. But if we lose and if we should give the chance of him and he don't perform like we expected, what's the problem then? You can't do that in a qualifier. So that's why Makhalwa is now there. He was already a few months on the list. But when you play such important games like qualifiers for World Cup, you can't do that. You need to take your selection, your team, the guys from who you know that they have the level that they can help us to qualify, and not taking a young boy from who you don't know for the moment. Did he has already the Bafana Bafana level, or are we still have to wait in the future? And that's why Makhalwa is now there.
Good morning, Coach. Morning, Tinkulia from Teta FM. Coach, earlier on in the year at Polokwane, you selected quite a few players, and Yanele Mbutuma was part of the squad. With his recent form, maybe I expected him to get a call-up. Any words on why you did not select Yanele Mbutuma?
Who did you say?
Yanele Mbutuma from Orlando Pirates.
Oh, yeah, but Yanele didn't play so much the last games. Now he's coming back in the team, and he's doing well. He's doing well, so it's up to him to confirm. It's not because you play two good games that I call a player for Bafana Bafana. So he didn't get his chances either. It's not his fault that now suddenly. But okay, this is something we have to watch and keep an eye on it, and see what will happen in the next weeks and months. But it's not because he's not there that we forgot him. We follow all those guys, but yeah, when you don't play, it's very difficult. But again, I was very happy with him, with his performance in June. But after that, when he went to Pirates, he didn't play so much anymore, and that's the only reason why he's not with the team or with the selection today.
Coach, Benjamin Irenda, Eswatini Daily News. Coach, look, as you have said, this is one of the friendlies. Maybe you have another one just before leaving for the AFCON. From your point of view, on percentage out of 100, how far are you with you are like your final sword for the AFCON, to say maybe I'm 80% or 70%, how far are you?
I think, and it's not difficult to know that, let's say 75–80% of the squad is known. I have in my head, and the rest, okay, we will see what happens in the next month. 8th of December, no, it is before, I think 5–6 a week before, I will announce the final 23. So we will see. There are, for me, some decisions to make, because when you see the squad today and you see who is not there, Bafokeng is not there, and Gazana is not there, a few others are not there, so I have to make choices. And those choices will be made at the moment after made them. And on I think the 1st December or something like that, I will announce the 23. But it will not be easy. It was more easy 2 years ago when we went to Ivory Coast for AFCON. I didn't have those problems. But yeah, that is my job. And it will be, in some occasions, it will be very difficult to choose between A or B. But okay, the choices have to be made, and we will do it.
Okay, Nick.
Coach, in the past few weeks, both Orlando Pirates head coach Abdeslam Ouaddou as well as Sundowns' Miguel Cardoso have spoken about the professional relationships that they have with you. I was wondering if you could just expand on that, and also how much easier does that open line of communication make your job?
You know, 4 years ago, I asked to have a meeting with all the PSL coaches, and in 4 attempts they cancelled it, PSL. In 4 attempts, there was even the last attempt I tried to have a meeting, they didn't even send the invitations to the clubs. So for me it was done, finished. I'm not a fool. So I didn't try to have the coaches anymore. After 4 attempts, and every time they said no, 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 yeah, sorry for that. But with those guys, so Pirates phoned me. Also with Rivero. They said, look, do you want to meet the coach? I said, yes. Same thing happened with Sundowns. So I met now Cardoso, I met the guy who is now in Arrows, Makita, or what was his name? The one? Yeah. Sorry for my private. And the coach who was before him, so I met them. And this is what it has to be. We don't have to be rivals. We are colleagues. So we have a very good relationship with those coaches. A very good relationship. So if the teams want, I'm open for it. But I'm sorry, I will not again try to have the coaches together and maybe again from PSL have an answer, no. Okay, when coaches want to meet me, I'm always there, I'm always open to do it.
Okay.
Coach, from just times, Kabini, you left back a season with Mulder ends on the 30th of November. Are you not concerned of his inactivity before AFCON? It would be like almost a month without.
Yes, that's a little bit a problem. We had the same problems with the guys who played in America. So the competition stops early for them. We will see. Maybe there is a possibility that Gqeberha should come to South Africa and train with the club. I think we did it also in the past with Zwane and with others. So that's always. And now, okay, now it's in December. So the other AFCONs were in January. There was 2 months. They were not on training and then playing. It's a little problem, but we can solve it. And if Gqeberha got the opportunity to go in a South African team and train, then he trains already. He don't have the games, but the most important thing is to stay in shape and then to start the preparation with us. And I don't think that is really a problem then. But if he shouldn't have the opportunity, then there is a problem, and then maybe I have to think about something else.
Coach, Sapang from Sokaladuma. On Monday, we had a chat with Themba Zwane, and he was saying that he would be ready for AFCON. When you look at the amount of games left for Sundowns to play between now and when you select your squad, is that enough time? Are you going to have a chat with him to see how he's doing as well?
You know, last AFCON it was even worse. They played till the 31st of December, and we started the preparation the 4th of January or something like that. So yeah, we don't have much collaboration from PSL to stop all those things a little bit earlier. I asked now to stop the competition on the 4th of December. Yeah, no, they have to play that final Carling Cup thing on the 6th. So I'm very happy. I'm sorry that I'm saying that, but I'm very happy that Sundowns is out, that Chiefs is out. So I will not talk too hard now, but I hope that maybe Pirates can be out. And then the guys have a little bit, some days rest. So is it so difficult if you ask that months before the program is made? Months before the program is made, is it so difficult to say, okay, we go to AFCON, this is important. The coach asked to stop the competition 3-4 days earlier, we are doing that. So they didn't do it 2 years ago, they didn't do it now.
Sorry, I was asking about Themba's one. He said he would be...
Yeah, but Themba, I will see, Themba is injured for the moment again. I don't know if Themba will not play in the first 2 weeks. I think we have to forget him. He didn't play for all season. So I think for AFCON it will be very difficult for Themba, very difficult. But yeah, I still hope for next year, but we will see.
Yeah, Coach Velila here, the cameras at the back.
At the back.
Straight.
Yes, they're standing there at the back.
Oh, he's standing. Oh,
yes, Coach. Coach, you are playing Zambia, and we have Angola, we have Zimbabwe in the group. In terms of your preparation, teams that maybe are identical, coming from the same region, how important is, besides just trying the combinations, but also to look at the opposition with an eye at the AFCON in this game?
I think the game we play now against Zambia, you know, it's always a problem when we need friendly games. It's always a problem, and we always play against teams who are on the border of South Africa, because when we have to go, it costs money, and yeah, it's always difficult. So we tried always to find someone or a team that can help us to have a good preparation, and yeah, Zambia was ready to come. So I think yeah, it's a good opponent for us to play that game now here on next week. It's a good team. Don't underestimate them. So I think it will be for us a good friendly game, and it will help us also to prepare AFCON. My first idea was not to call players from Sundowns and Pirates and so on, but I came back on that idea because I think this is not the moment anymore like in June. In June there was nothing. There was just friendly games, and we could give some chances on players. We can't do that now. It's too close to AFCON. We have to prepare AFCON because we were third last time, and I think nobody will be happy if we do not the same thing. So again, therefore everybody is there except a few, and Zambia will be a very good opponent for us. It will not be easy. It will not be easy.
Oh, thank you, Coach Shabalala from Power 98.7. And Mr. Veli, thank you so much again for asking that question. Because I was also wondering, Coach, that are there not any better oppositions, you know, that could play against Bafana Bafana prior to the World Cup instead of selecting Zambia? I'm not trying to underestimate Zambia, so I'll leave that question because Veli has asked it. My second question, Coach, is Sipombule and Talent Mbata of Orlando Pirates, you know, they haven't been getting consistent game time under the tenure of Coach Abdeslam Wadu. We also watched Orlando Pirates play against Mamelodi Sundowns last week prior to yesterday's game. Mbule didn't get much minutes, including Bata. And I guess those are the games that could also test them how far they are in terms of readiness ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. So my question is, are you not really concerned with those kind of players not getting much game time within their club so that they can be selected for the Africa Cup of Nations? I mean, they played a pivotal role in ensuring that Bafana Bafana qualifies for the Africa Cup of Nations.
On short term, it's not a problem. On long term, it can be a problem. That's true. But I think, no, I know, because I had a meeting with the coach of Pirates, and I asked him, why that? And he has, I think, 35 players or something. It's not easy to please everyone. So you have to change your team nearly every week to keep everyone quiet. And that's what he's doing. But when you see the game of yesterday, and you see Boule playing, and you see Mbata playing, I was very happy with their performance. So for the moment, it's not really a problem. But again, if that goes on, yeah, okay, then maybe one day I have to take the decision and call someone else, because they don't have enough games, of playing games. And this is a little bit the problem. All those teams like Sundowns also, Chiefs less, but they have so much players. What are you doing as a coach when you have so much players? So yeah, you have to rotate. But that means that sometimes players of the national team are not playing for 3-4 weeks. And yeah, I can be angry at that, I can be frustrated on that. That will not help. This is the decision of the club, this is the decision of the coach, and I have to respect it. But at the other side, I have to watch also that those things are not happening for 2 months, for example, or more. Then it will be a problem. And it was already in the past that I left players out of the selection because they didn't play enough with the team.
Final 2 questions, and then you close it, Lorch.
Coach, can you just make your stance clear on 2 players who's been constantly been overlooked? Thembinkosi Lorch, he's playing for the biggest club in Morocco. He's their best player this season, and he never gets a look in. The last time he played was ironically against Morocco. Yeah. And then Gqeberha is the best player for AGF, and they're on top of the Danish Superliga, which is a very competitive league. Yeah. What is your stance on those 2 players? Do they not fit into your system, or why don't you select them?
You know, you have to make choices. That's all. And Lorch was once against us, I think 3 years ago, when we played in Morocco. And he was playing very good in Pirates at that moment. His performance was not good. And then I followed him, and then he played, and then he didn't play, and in Pirates he got out of the team, and then he went to Sundowns because the Rulani wanted him, but after a few months he didn't play anymore. So okay, now he's playing good in Morocco, but you have to look also as he dates. This is not the future. I'm very sorry. This is not the future. And if I shouldn't have other opportunities, okay, maybe I should take him, maybe. But it happened also 4 years ago with Themba. And I wanted to look for opportunities, but I didn't find them, and I had to come back, and I had to take Themba, and it was a very good decision that I took him, because you see what happens with the team then. But again, for Lorch, for the moment, I don't see, even he has good performances in Morocco, I don't see any reason why I should take him with the team. Yeah, Steve, yeah, but I don't think that Ling has the level that we need in Bafana Bafana.
I'm here.
Oh.
Coach, I'm sorry to keep bringing players that are not into your squad, but locally, there's a club called TS Galaxy. They've got an exciting duo. I mean, the Tejani as well as Mahlambi.
Yeah.
What have those players? Are these the players that you're probably looking into? And what more do they need, seeing that the age is on their side, the energy? I mean, they've got good headspace and all of that. Are the players that you're probably looking at into having in your squad going forward?
You know, Bafana Bafana team is not a team of coming and going. And I understand that some players do good performances, like in TS Galaxy are a few players. But you know, suddenly, because we have good performances in Bafana Bafana and we are qualified for World Cup, trainers are starting shouting that their players are also good enough to go to Bafana Bafana. And it's normal. As a coach, you want to protect and your player. But again, Bafana Bafana is not a coming going. Bafana Bafana is a team, we plan some things. And it's not because the player is playing good that suddenly we have to take him. Okay, we take him. But then I ask you, who have to drop? So, and that is I understand that people are saying, yes, but this one is playing good and this one is there playing and that one is also playing good. Yeah, but if I have to follow all that every game with Bafana Bafana, you have 5-6 other players, and this is not the goal. The goal is to make a good team and to go on with that team. And if something happening, okay, then we can take what we did till now. What we did till now. So again, I understand that you asked that question, but I think you have to understand also that we can do, oh, this one is playing good, okay. But yeah, 2 weeks after, he don't play anymore because he's not in the team anymore. Yeah, what? You can't build something up when you do that. And that's why some players are still not selected by me to come with Bafana Bafana. Because I said, okay, wait, it's too early. We don't do it now.
Final question, yeah?
Coach, Mr. Gqeberha from the Star. Coach, you touch on it briefly. What is it that would make a successful tournament for us at AFCON, and what would be a disappointing tournament?
It says what make for a successful tournament at AFCON, and what would be the disappointment when we go to the AFCON in December.
And what is it?
What would be a successful tournament for us as Bafana at AFCON?
I don't understand.
So he wants to know, when we go to AFCON, what will be our target? When we go to AFCON, what would we want to achieve at AFCON?
What we want to achieve? You know, nobody, no South African will be happy if we should come back home after the group stages. No South African will be happy if we don't reach the semi-finals, because we did it. So our ambition is to do as good as last time, minimum, and we will see where we end. But I said it already the first AFCON 2 years ago, and I repeat it now. Don't underestimate any team who is in AFCON. It's a very tough tournament, very intense, and you need sometimes a little bit luck. We had it 2 years ago. We had in some games, think about Gqeberha. We could have lost that game. But you need, in a tournament, some moments, some games, you need a little bit luck. So, if that is all present, I think we can achieve again what we achieved 2 years ago. We have a good team, we have confidence. It will be tough, tougher than 2 years ago, because our opponents will start the game differently than 2 years ago. We are not the South African team anymore of 2 years ago. Everybody knows now that South Africa is a good team. But we saw what happens in the last months, years. We played in Ivory Coast, we played in Algeria, We played against Nigeria. So the top teams in Africa, and we did it well. So that means that okay, we know what our status is now for the moment. It's not anymore a Bafana Bafana of 2 years ago, but yes, the opponents will be more motivated to win against us now. And yeah, this is another step we have to make now. But I think my team will be able to do that. And then with a little bit luck at our side, we can achieve again the same thing and maybe do better.
Thank you. That brings to the end of the formal session of this press conference.